Hello my beautiful friends, what is up? How are you? Welcome back to another video. If you've been here before, it's so good to see you again. If you haven't been here before, hey, what's up? My name's Steph. On this channel we talk about spirituality, self-growth, healing, and my healing journey, and a whole bunch of other stuff, so if you'd like to stick around, we would love to have you. A couple weeks ago on the page I put a poll and I was just like, what kind of videos do you guys want to see? And the one that got the most votes was an updated Multibite video, so that's what we're going to be chatting about today. I think the biggest question that a lot of you guys have is, am I still using Moldavite? And currently the answer is no. And that answer is actually a little complicated. So if you don't know anything about Moldavite, I've made tons of Moldavite videos. I will link them down below for you. But basically right now in my healing journey and on my spiritual journey, I am very sensitive to all forms of energy. And I've definitely been going through what I would call another dark night of the soul. I've been working through a lot of limiting beliefs, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, and as I've said previously in a Multibite video, Multibite amplifies my feelings of anxiety, depression, all of these things because it's a stone of transformation. And in my personal experience, it's going to bring up things for me that need to be healed and transmuted. For me personally, it hasn't come up in the sense of like physical things happening to me. It's more so been internal things like triggers, limiting beliefs, fears, doubts, insecurities, things like that. And where I am at in my journey right now, I am very grateful for everything that Moldavite has gifted me thus far, but I will say that I am in such a strange period of my healing journey where Moldavite isn't beneficial for me. And that's not to say that I will never practice with it again. It's a great reminder that these things are tools, and these things have their seasons and have their times in which they are of greatest use. And Multibite has brought me a lot of clarity and transformation and change, and it's been lovely. And I've really enjoyed the positive and amazing experiences I've had with Multibite when they're most beneficial to my healing journey and for my highest good. Now, what I will say is that, like I said, these are tools, and your psyche and your consciousness and your intuition will tell you when it's time to take a break. With that being said, my channel is not a place for fear-mongering. It's not a place for me to tell you what's best for you. I'm sharing my experiences with you in hopes that it will inspire or enlighten what you know to be true and what you need for yourself, because you already have those answers inside of you. Is Moldavite something that I will go back to? Absolutely. If it is aligning with me, if it is for my highest good, if it is something that I am resonating with, 100%. Right now, in this moment, absolutely not. I think that I learned that when I first got Multibite, I was looking for a lot of accelerated change. I was looking for something to make those harder decisions for me, to take my life in a direction in which I couldn't take for myself. I wanted that radical change. I wanted that drastic change, and it did bring that to me. What I will say is I'm in a place to make those decisions for myself, and the Multibite doesn't have to push me in that direction. With that being said, I think that Multibite is an awesome tool if used correctly. There is a lot of fear surrounding the stone with things like TikTok and trends like these, that people are sharing their experiences and they're saying that it changed their life so drastically. I will kind of want to be the middle ground with that, because I think it's important to realize that a lot of us are going through a journey at a slower pace or a more accelerated pace. If you're using this stone with the intention of your entire life being uprooted and disheveled because of this one stone, and it's gonna take away everything, and you're gonna suffer because of it, and like if you go into it with that intention and with that thought process, absolutely you are giving that tool the power to make those changes for you. I never went into my Multibite experience with the expectation that it was going to radically change everything and that I was going to rip things out of my life and it was going to be hard and it was going to suffer and I was going to be in so much pain. I don't think that I went into it with that intention. And I will honestly say that my Multibite experience has been what I've allowed it to be. I got the stone with the intention of wanting a solid and steady, peaceful, kind of able to digest rate of healing and change and acceleration, and anything that wasn't positively serving me, I was ready to let that go. I was moving into this new stage of my life, and I thought that Moldavite would be a great stepping stone for that. But I also got the stone knowing that I was ready to let go of anything that wasn't positively serving me. And as I've progressed farther and farther into my spiritual journey, I have been able to take the steps to kind of find what's best for me and listen to my own intuition and find tools and resources that work for me, and realizing that these stones or crystals or tektites or whatever you're working with, any crystal of any kind, has its own ability and has its own power, yes, but what you infuse into the crystal is what makes it more and more powerful. If you bless things with intention, the intention will surpass your original expectation. And if you guys want an updated video on the crystals I am currently working with every day and the ones I've been more so leaning towards besides Moldavite, that would be lovely. I would be happy to share that with you. What I will say is, I know that a lot of people watch these videos and like they're wanting these crazy manifestation success stories, and they're wanting these like, I did this and I created this and my life just like drastically changed and all my dreams came true. And I think that what I have to say for the people that are looking for those kinds of videos, I'm not going to enhance or elaborate my experience for you to get the kind of content you want. And what I also will say is, although Multibite didn't bring me all of these crazy manifestations instantaneously, what it brought me was the tools and the lessons that I needed to learn and the experiences I needed to go through, and it brought to light the limiting beliefs that I have that were blocking my manifestations. That is what it brought me. It didn't bring me these life-altering changes, and it didn't rip me from my stability. It gave me what I needed to move forward, and I can say that I'm a completely different person now than I was when I first got the Multibite. And I am very grateful, like I said, for my experience with Multibite. If the time comes and the little stone in my box calls my name again, I'm never gonna turn it away. But what I will end this with saying is, I firmly believe that if you're looking for anything to do the work for you, you're not gonna find it. Multibite makes you do the work. If you're not ready for your shadow work, if you're not ready to face your limiting beliefs, if you're not ready to release the things that are no longer possibly serving you, I will say this now, as I've said before, please do not get Multibite, because especially if you're in a place in which you are feeling low and you are feeling down, Multibite is going to make you realize why you feel that way. It's going to bring things to light for you, and if you're not ready to face those things, then it's not going to be a lovely experience. And I'm not fear-mongering, I'm just being realistic. I believe that you have the power and the courage and the mental stamina to face anything that comes your way. But know that this journey you're on as a human needs to go at your own pace. And so if there's a little piece of you that's just like, maybe now's not the time, listen to that. Because like I said, these stones are tools and they will always be here when you're ready for them. And I kind of jumped into the Moldavite world because I jumped on a trend and I was like, I need change, but I was definitely looking for something to save me, and the only thing that could save me from myself was myself. And that's the journey I've kind of been going on for the past 2 years, and I don't want to sit here and tell you that it's gonna change your life and everything's gonna be so crazy, because your life is going to change at the pace it will, regardless of whether or not you have the Multibite. I think the Multibite is a great tool. If you're resonating with this message and you want the Multibite, that is your own prerogative. I will never turn anyone away from any form of tool. Just know that you already have the answer inside of you on whether or not this stone is good for you, and maybe now's not the time, and that's okay. I guess it's a Tektite. Nobody come for me in the comments, okay? But like I said, you would know what's best for you. And if there's even a sliver of doubt, maybe now's not the time. But that doesn't mean it's forever. That just means maybe not right now. And it's okay to also get the Moldavite and work with it for a while and put it away and then come back to it. You're not locked into a contract with Multibite forever. It is a tool and it is used at your disposal, and you can bless it with your intentions and you can let it work for you instead of against you. So that is kind of my update on Moldavite. If you guys have any questions, I would be happy to answer them down in the comments below. If you would like to subscribe and join our ever-growing little family here, I would love to have you. I just want to reiterate, I know I say this every time, but if you have subscribed, thank you so, so much. I am so grateful that you're on this healing journey with me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!